Alright, welcome to Blue Belt Reading. I'm here in my blue shirt with my tribute to the Wrap It Around Your Fingers video by the police. I'll get rid of my gum. Blue Belt Reading. So first of all, Blue Belt. You are now on the back side of Hayashi. So only 4 belts left to get to black belt. And odds are great. If you make it here, you make it all the way. You've shown that you can continue to practice and continue to climb that ladder. The rest of this won't be any harder than the first part. It'll be easier actually because you're already a lot better. Let's start with Blue Belt Reading. So here we have a concept called dots. A dot after a note increases its value. For example, if $1 is worth, let's say, 4 quarters in value, if we put a dot after $1, if there was such a thing, the dollar would now be worth $1.50. So it increases its value by 50%. So to take it to notes, let's say we have a half note. First note in reading number 1. A half note's worth 2 quarter notes. If we put a dot after the half note, it's now worth 3 quarter notes in value. So it's 75 cents. We don't hit 3 times or anything. It's just worth 3 quarter notes. So it would fill up a measure of 3/4. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Little time signature change. 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1, 2. Next line. 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1 and 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, first 2 down. Taking a look at number 3. Here we have some ties. Now the thing with the tie is the note that has a tie coming to it, let's see, we have 2 notes. This note right here has a tie coming to it, so we don't replay it. So if we have 2 quarter notes, we go 1, 2. If we put a tie between them, we go 1, 2. It's almost as if we treat it as a rest. It's not a rest. It's actually, this note gets longer, but on a snare drum, it sounds exactly the same. Just like a whole note would be that, or a half note would be that. A quarter note would be this. And a quarter note tied to another quarter note would still sound like that. It's just that it would not need a rest. Okay. As always, with the dots and the ties. The explanation is one thing, but you won't get good at it by hearing an explanation. You're going to have to just sit and look at ties and get used to them. If you're reading too fast to actually do the calculation to figure out when do I play and not play, play all the notes. That way you'll make one mistake for every tie you see, but at least you keep your place and you keep the rhythm solid. Okay, 3, 4. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. 1, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next line. 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay. All right, number 4 is a rudimental reading solo. So we've got to observe the stickings, and we have dynamics in there. Remember, MF, medium. F, loud. And so we're going to play most of the solo medium, then the last line it gets louder, and then there's a diminuendo or decrescendo for we get quieter for the last measure. Okay? You may want to try just reading the notes first, make sure you still got that down, and then get more picky with the actual stickings and the dynamics. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 3. I'm medium loud. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 E and a 3. Next line. 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 E and 2 and a 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 1 E and a 2. And last line louder. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 E and 2 E and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay. Reading number 5 is a drum set solo. It's basically beats and fills. I want to call attention to the form of the song. It's 16 bars long, and the first 4 is just groove, 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 fill. The next 4, groove, 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 fill. That's kind of like A. The B section is 4 bars of just fill. So I like this shape. A, B, A. All 3 A's are similar in that they are 3 bars of a groove and the 4th bar is a fill. And the B section is different. It's got 4 bars of just drum fill. The way you should practice this is, the groove is going to be easy for you in Bluebell. So practice the first drum fill, the first measure of the first line, then the next drum fill, the next measure of the second line, all 4 of the middle drum fills, and then the last measure. And then add the grooves to it, and you're all set. So here we go. I'll play it. I'm going to play it nice and fast so you can enjoy it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay, notice this little thing in the B section. It's an accent pattern on the snare. And then in this next bar, we do that same thing, but we put the right hand accents on the tom, left hand accents on the high tom. That way it has a little musical continuity. Okay, that's it for 5. Blue Belt grooves and fills. Here we are in Blue Belt. Okay, we have speed blocks 2. So now instead of 1 E and a 2, we go 1 to and to 2. So the tempo is here. We're going to fit 6 notes or play a single stroke 7. Hickory dickory dock. So practice them just like we did speed blocks 1. I'm not going to go over that here, but we have some interesting shapes. Let's see here. I don't want to play all of these. I do want to play number 4, I love. And number 6. Number 6 is tough, but I really enjoy it. It's got a bass drum in there. And number 8's pretty fun as well. You can move that one around. Okay, so once again, as a groove. Okay, that's it for speed blocks 2. Blue Belt grooves number 2, the shuffle. Basically, a shuffle is this rhythm. Dun 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 dun, as opposed to what we would call straight. So we have a quarter note. You can divide it into 2 even-spaced eighth notes like this, or you can divide it into triplets. And if I count 1 triplet, 2 triplet, pull the trip out, this becomes that, and it goes 1 triplet, 2 triplet. And that's how I've written them. Oftentimes they're written just like regular rock beats, eighth note rock beats, and people will write the word swing or shuffle. Or they'll write two eighth notes equals 3 triplets with the middle missing. That's all this part. This part is anytime you hear da 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 da, that's a shuffle. And the cool thing about it is everybody's shuffle seems a little different. When you're breaking up eighth notes, there really is beat 1, beat 2. There is a middle point that's exactly between 1 and 2 that means that's where the eighth note should be. Whereas shuffles, some people's are a little tighter and some people's a little looser, so they show more personality. And they were the original rock beat. Originally, the first rock drummers were, of course, blues and jazz drummers. And so nobody really played, I believe, it was a piano player named Little Richard that instead of going ching 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 ching, I should sing that better. Dun, 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 dun. Instead of shuffling his right hand on the piano, he was excited and he would flatten it out. Dun, 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 dun. And the drummer Earl Palmer from New Orleans was watching that right hand, and instead of playing what all drummers played at that time, started flattening it out too. Now we take that for granted as the first rock beat, or what rock, you know, what we do when we think of a typical rock beat. But there was a time when that wasn't the case. And now it's almost like shuffles are becoming more of a lost art because not as many songs have shuffles outside of maybe blues music and country music. Not a lot of rock bands and pop bands playing shuffles. It's kind of rare. But they're really fun, and we need to play triplet drum fills to fit the shuffle. So this page is a few different shuffle groups with a few different triplet fills. Let's start with number 1. Once again, before you play any of these, get good with first this 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be able to make that sound. Then after that, put the snare drum on 2 and 4, because this is what the hands do for every one of these beats. And then slow it down and figure out when you're going to put bass drums. Here's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's number 2, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. Number 5. I don't know if you could tell, but number 5 just had 4 quarter notes in it. And number 6, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now for the drum fills. These are a lot of fun. Obviously we can't play, well, maybe not obviously, but this wouldn't sound right. It's a little square. It's like a square peg trying to fit into a round hole, whereas this fits nicely. That's number 1. Number 2, and pay attention to the sticking on this one. It's all singles. Okay. Number 3 is... Oh, did that wrong. Number 3 is actually... Very good. Number 4, and this one's really, really fun but important. Make sure we do the sticking right. Number 4 goes... So pink, pink, yellow tom, yellow, pink, yellow. And just the first half of 4 is a great thing to practice over and over. Now, a rock drummer will play it that way with singles because it's more masculine and heavy and loud. A jazz drummer might play it with a different sticking. Remember the rudiment from the last belt? Pa-da-da, right, left, left. That's a little bit more smooth, way faster and not quite as loud and aggressive. So So a rock drummer might go. A jazz drummer might play. Okay, he might go like that right before he gets fired. Okay, let's see here. Number 5, I love number 5. Foot, right, left. This could have just as easily been in technique. This is a wonderful technique. Triplets with bass drum sauce. Foot, right, left, foot. Practice that one a lot. Try playing fast quarter notes and fitting a right, left in between them. Or practice just foot, right, left, nice and slow, under control. That's a great one. If you're playing beat number 5, which has 4 on the floor, and fiddle number 5, and number 6 is kind of opposite. Instead of starting with the foot, we end with the foot. Right, left foot. At the very end, it's a little tough to go 2 bass drums, so you could just stop on beat 4 if you wanted, like this. 1. Instead of playing ba-boom. Okay. Blue Belt Grooves and Fills 3. This is kind of a quarter note on the hi-hat, maybe a punk rock kind of thing. This is the first time we've actually had quarter notes on the hi-hats since white belt. But we also have some eighth notes in the foot, and this gets to be tough. Before we practice any of these, work this little move out right here. 1 hi-hat, 2 bass drums. That's the move we got to get smooth here. Together, alone. Together, alone. Here's number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3. 2, 3, 4. Number 4. 2, 3, 4. Now, on one hand, you're thinking maybe, why are these in Blue Belt? They're pretty easy. And they kind of are, especially if we play them at that speed. If we speed them up quite a bit, they almost sound like a completely different thing. Those of you that have heard like skater punk, fast, sort of newer punk, as opposed to old Sex Pistols punk, will probably recognize number 1 with this kind of a bass drum slide thing. Check this out. Let's see this here. Check this out. I don't know if you can even see this. Probably not. I'm going to move the snare drum out of the way. You see the foot is going, and it's the foot's equivalent of basically a diddle. Kind of just getting a single bounce and then a second one there. As opposed to 2 big hits. And so, that gives that kind of fast. Same thing for all of these grooves. Number 4. So, kind of like speed blocks. If you do them this way, they seem like, oh, that's too easy. But when you do them like this, it seems all of a sudden like black belt. Fact is, the tempo will make a lot of things sound completely different and maybe a lot harder than they are. But this thing is pretty simple if you slow it down enough. I'll play 5 through 8. Play them twice each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 7. 8. Those are our punk grooves. And we're back to Blue Belt technique. First thing, it's kind of a call and response or a listening exercise as well as an accent exercise. We're going to play, you're going to play, let's say it this way. I'm going to play a bar of accents and you're going to repeat it. So, first thing you do when I count you off is play a bar of unaccents, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, nice and relaxed, in time with me as you listen. You have one bar, 4 beats to hear it, and then instantly, boom, you have to start right on the next beat, sort of repeating the accent pattern that you heard. They'll all be 16th note based. There's 4 of them. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, very good. Now we have some double stroke exercises or diddles. Last belt we diddled the 1s. Now we're going to diddle the 2s. In keeping with our diggy diggy dat dat kind of saying, the first one would be diggy diggy dat dat, diggy diggy dat dat. And we want to play them probably around this tempo. That way we can actually easily make that bounce. All right, play it with me. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. 1. Next. Next. 1 E and a da da diggy diggy da da diggy diggy. This is tough. Next. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, E and a. Last line. Right hand only. 3 and 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. So I just went as written from one to the next. A lot of people have a tough time jumping in on this one, and so what they do is a bar of check pattern. 1 and a, 2 E and a. Then they do the first measure only. Diggy diggy da da, diggy diggy da da. Then they go back to the check pattern to kind of relax. And they look at the second one, and then they try the second one. 1 E and a. It's a little tough to jump from one to the next, but eventually you'll do that. Now, controlled rebound strokes. So basically, it's just a kind of like when we do this. We throw 1 stroke down and we control it to get 2, or diddle it. I'm just getting 3 here. So little accent, whip it, It's almost like 1 E and 2 E. I always say it's almost like, it's exactly like 1 E and 2 E and So probably this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As in. That's the speed. Now eventually we're going to put that on the hi-hat or the ride cymbal and play digga-dee, chicka-dee, digga-dee, chicka-dee. That's number 3. Let's take a look at number 4. Oh, goodness. Number 4, 16th grid timing. So now we're basically playing a bar, a check pattern of 16th notes, followed by a rhythm. One of, I think, 12 different 16th note rhythms. And basically, they're the ones, the 2s and the 3s. Starting with the 3s, going backwards to the 1s. Okay, so here we go. Work on your foot tapping, work on your sticking, work on your counting. Every time you say E or it'll be a left hand. This is a great one to do with a partner as a round. So while they're playing the 16th note part, you're playing a 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E, so you can hear that 16th note as you play your rhythm. Okay, here we go. Very important that we do this eventually. Maybe you don't start this way, but eventually you wind up doing this to a metronome. I'm going to put it at 80 beats a minute for right now. This is not one of those things that's the better you get, the faster it is. It might be harder to do it at 60. It's a timing exercise. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a left hand only. 1 E, a 2 E and whoops, E and 1. Let's do that one again. Left, right. 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. There we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and right hand only. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now left hand only. This one's tough. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 1. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. All E's. Left hand. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E. And right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and last one. Left hand. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Sorry about that mistake. Here's the thing. Very important that you understand where 1 is accurately by playing it, hearing it on a metronome, playing it. Observe beat 1, or else you will not be able to accurately place the E of 1. So if we're playing 1 E and a 2 E, you can't just go guessing at them. You have to go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E, or 1 E and a 2 E and a. Notice, I don't know if you see this, but I'm hitting my foot on 1. It helps a little bit. 1 E and a 2 E. So maybe you do this without a metronome. Maybe if this is your first time playing some of those rhythms, then you actually count it out like I just did. 1 E and a, 2 E and a. But who's kidding who, man? We're in Blue Belt. By now you've seen most of these rhythms. That's going to take a lot of practice. That should be worth a few points, actually. Okay. Number 5, accenting the 1s. But now we're doing it in a triplet bass instead of 16th note bass. So our bass is 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the middle one, 1, 3, 4, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Last one, 2, 3, 4, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Number 6, gliders. Now it's not a real name. I made that name up, but it's a sticking pattern and it's a real cool block, speed block, if you will, on the drum set. It's a fill idea. And here it is by itself. Loud right hand, 2 ghost note taps with the left hand, and a loud foot. When you play them over and over, it has a way of sounding like it's gliding. Then I like to milk it on the drum set by moving the right hand to different surfaces. So, you could also start it with the foot. So after playing it like a speed block over and over and over, I like to put it at the end of a drum fill, maybe as at the end of a phrase as a drum fill like this. Those are gliders.